Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of JB Outdoors. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the cargo trailer camper conversion project. One of my top performing short videos that I've posted has a little bit to do with the bed. This is a Murphy bed that I made myself, as you can tell. And I've had a lot of questions. Actually, some of the top rated comments that I've had on the channel in the past probably 2 years now have been regarding how I built the bed. So today I want to walk you through exactly what I did. It's extremely simple, and a lot of the materials that I had just kind of laying around. So let's get right into it. Before I fold it down, this is how I attach it to the wall. I just have these D-rings that I ended up finding off of Amazon.com. Then I went to my local hardware store and found these turnbuckles. These, you can suck the mattress directly to the wall. As you can tell, I'm kind of tightening up, and then it's starting to swish the mattress to the wall itself. These are just self-tappers that go into one of the uprights. Everywhere you can see screws, there's an upright for support. And then this is just a kind of a carabiner that screws together. That way you can remove all this from just a regular wood screw style I-beam. On this side, did the same thing. Just have a D-ring held down with self-tappers into this square channel here. And then this side is not a turnbuckle. This is just to hold it there. So the other side holds it down, but left a little bit of play there. Bought this net off of Amazon as well, just a cargo net. It's actually for a rooftop carrier for an SUV. And then a package of carabiners just to hide it with these little eyelets also. So I can undo the turnbuckle here first, and the reason I left this side open was I can easily undo this just by the clip, just by that little thumb clip. So the construction of the bed before we fold it down is made out of number 2 select pine 2x3s. I went with 2x3s instead of 2x4s just to save a little bit of weight. They're only about $3.50 a piece, and I think I used a total of 5 of these. I did have to rip one of these down with the table saw, just because of the height and as it folds up. So I had to kind of thin it out a little bit. And then the legs themselves are these carriage bolts that I pre-drilled through the 2x3 and then drove through, tried to keep them quite tight, and then just wing nuts on the side. So I can loosen the wing nut and then fold the leg down, and then rounded with a jigsaw, just rounded the end of that so it'll actually pivot. So that's just thumb tight. That's all it needs to be. I did add some down here too, even though there's hinges that are supporting. There's no reason for all the weight of 2 people to be held on by the hinges that you'll see here shortly. So I'll fold these down and then fold the bed down. So we have a queen size 6-inch memory foam mattress that at the time, you know, I bought this probably 2 years ago. My wife found this on Target.com. It may still be available on there, but I'm sure you can find all this kind of stuff online pretty much everywhere. So that is what I found to be most comfortable, and without compromising the width of it so it doesn't stick off the wall too much. I'm still able to get 2 ATVs and at least 1 dual sport bike. In some cases I fit 2 dual sport bikes in here. As you can see, the wheel chock here, so I can keep a thinner dual sport bike against the bed. My KTM 890 will actually fit up front, and then 2 ATVs can fit in the main section. The top question is, how did I hinge this and how did I build the frame against the wall? So I'm going to pull this mattress away, and you can see they're just standard door hinges, so I didn't overthink it. I just used kind of what I had laying around. These were just from projects that I had at the house, and the actual platform is just plywood. So it's plywood screwed down, it's sanded. I used a router and took the edge off just so it's not sharp. Just sanded everything down. And this is actually a 5/4 deck board that's treated. It doesn't have to be treated, but that's what I had for material that ended up being the perfect width off the wall for that mattress to fold up against the wall. So the height of the bed I figured out by actually staging the platform on 5-gallon buckets, and it ends up being pretty perfect with the mattress for height to sit on. It's short enough that my wife and I can get on this very easily, get off the bed very easily, as well as our little dog to jump on and off with ease. So in total, the legs about 15 to 16 inches, depending on the 5-gallon bucket you use. That's what I use to stage it, and then screw everything together. Now the actual structure of the frame is built onto 2x3s again. I put one main support one I screwed with these real big sheet metal screws that screw into the square channel that are uprights in the wall, and those are where the majority of the weight is being supported. Then took 2x3s and then just went directly to my floor. These are just kind of there for just in case, and then to take away the weight that's hanging out here, once the bed is on hinges, I just have a support on either side. So again, extremely simple stuff, and anyone with a circular saw can totally do this. So that's kind of the MO of what I like to try to do. So again, if you have any questions regarding this build, I did not document any of this. I get in these kind of weird waves of wanting to shoot videos and share what I do, but I also get very engulfed in a project and just want to keep my head down and keep plugging away, where majority of the time I'm kind of learning as I go, so it's kind of hard for me to share the process with everyone when I don't know if it's even going to work or not. So I don't want to misguide anyone and don't want to play myself off to be a YouTube professional. So again, I'm Justin with JB Outdoors. Remember to spend more time outdoors. See you guys on the next video.